For my current event, I looked into the United States women's soccer team suing the United States Soccer Federation over an issue of gender discrimination. Now, I chose this current event because I have been a huge fan of the women's national team for a long time and watched them in recent World Cups and seen them succeed. Whereas I've also watched our men's team and they have not succeeded nearly as greatly as our women's team, yet are being paid more, which is what this lawsuit encompasses. And the article I read was from the New York Times and written by Andrew Doss. So, as I mentioned, the biggest issue here in this lawsuit is that the United States national men's team is being paid more than the United States national women's team, even though they have less success. Now, the United States Soccer Federation's claim to this is that the women's teams are competing in a different league than the men's teams and thus cannot be compared in how much they're being paid. And pretty much what they mean by that is it's been quoted that they're pretty much saying that the men are competing against stronger and faster opponents, which means they deserve to be paid more, which has not been taken lightly and does not settle well with me personally as well. And this case that's occurring right now is just a huge case of the gender gap when it comes to pay, even when the women do have more success, because this is not even the only case. There's also cases that have happened in the exact same field of soccer that's happened in Spain, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, and Norway. And actually in Norway, they actually convinced their national team's federation to actually give the women equal pay, which was a good sign to see. And so overall, just analyzing the article, it was a little bit biased towards the women's national team because the New York Times is more in favor of their reasoning and they feel they should deserve the equal pay. So that was pretty apparent, but I'm also more biased towards the women's national team as well. But although it was slightly biased just based on the way he described the women's national team kind of as victims, he did actually provide points of view of the U.S. Soccer Federation as well to counterbalance that. And this case is actually really important because it can have a large impact on women's sports in general, because this is probably the largest case for a women's sports team ever.